So what do we do now? Well, welcome to the review of the review, or the correction of the review, or the I made a huge mistake in my last review, and I want to correct that because I always want to be transparent. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna ever BS you. So if you're here for someone to tuck you in at night, man, it's probably not the right place. I'll always be cordial and nice, but when it comes to doing a review, I always give it to you straight. So I had to do an update because when I uploaded this video like 2 or 3 days ago for the Rhino here, or the MDU, whatever you want to go off of, the mobile defense unit, I gave it a score of 100. I said like 85, 87, somewhere in that range. I talked about how this door won't shut. So you know what? I can deal with that. It's okay. I was so excited. I was very excited in the review, as you could tell. But the review is starting to gain some traction. I've gotten a lot of feedback, a couple of private messages. I've gotten some comments, and people pointed a few things out that I missed. And I don't miss much. If you know me personally, you know that I'm one that's caught many variations for like Motu and Origins and different things in the past. I don't miss a whole lot. But I got so overwhelmed with this because I was so excited, right, that I just kind of just blew right through it. Now, I didn't have the vintage piece, and that's not an excuse. I still should have done my due diligence, and I didn't. So I want to apologize for that. But it's small things, but it's enough to warrant a discussion, because this is a $200 piece. Now it is $174.99 on Big Bad Toy Store. That's with tariffs. And so everyone understands tariffs. Other countries don't pay tariffs. And I'm not going to get political. I don't care where you stand on this right now. It doesn't matter to me. But if you have ever done anything with, any type of logistics, or if you've been in manufacturing, or you've been in anything with, that type of world, you understand how things work to a point. Excuse me. So if I wanted to, the whole point of tariffs is kind of try to force the hand of a company to manufacture in the country of which the tariff is against. So like if I place a tariff on China, then I want the person bringing the goods in to manufacture right there, which would be our country. So let's say we want to manufacture this here. Okay, great. You can build a plant which takes millions of dollars. It takes certain, titles for land, and you got to have certain zoning, and you got to be able to, if it's certain chemicals, they got to be in certain places. The problem is, remember, where we're located in the United States, we don't have those rare earths, those minerals, those things that we need. Everything you see, this camera I'm using, this truck here, everything, the plastic, the box here, everything, the wall behind me, everything comes from the planet. I don't care if it says man-made. Everything is, even if it's synthetic, it comes from the planet. Other than like, I don't know, gold or, whatever other, something from some type of explosion from a star or something like that, where the minerals were infused into the earth. But the earth produces what we use, right? So everything you see comes from the earth. And China just happens to be situated over, like, I think it's 80% or 85%, it might be 90%. I don't know. I didn't look it up because I don't care. I know it's a lot. They have everything we need. So even if you were to bring a plant here and say, I'm going to make this here, I'm going to make toys here, and you wanted to hire a bunch of people, you're still going to have to get the raw materials shipped here, which are going to have tariffs, which are going to be costly. So just get the end result product shipped here. That's how companies look at it. So we can get past that. It is what it is. You have a bill of lading when you go down to the port. It's going to show your proof of receipt, all your stuff. And then, of course, you'll have your commercial invoice, if you want to call it that. And that'll give you, like, your proof of payment of what you're paying. It'll show you a breakdown. And then if there's any customs or duty fees, it's going to be a CBP like form, and you're going to have to show what you're going to have to pay what they want. That's how the tariffs work. Another country doesn't pay that. Now, if let's say you work with a manufacturer, or you're the manufacturer and you work with a factory overseas, and you call the factory up and say, hey, listen, I'm going to get hit with these duty fees or these taxes. Can we work something out on these per unit pieces? And then that's a different story. That's an in-house deal. That's not the same thing. Okay, that's not them paying the tariffs. You still have to pay them at the port when it comes in. There's still a duty fee on that total cost of that shipment in that container. So there's a fee on this. So it's $174.99 with tariffs, and some companies will eat it, some companies won't. They may be eating a percentage of this. I don't know what it is. Big Bad Toy Store may be eating a percentage of this. I don't know. It depends on what the tariff is at the time of the shipment. So it's about $200 with tax and shipping to you. So we'll get off of that. We'll get off I don't want to get political. I don't want to get none of that crap. I'm just going to get right to it. So for $200, I expect this to be a gem. And yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, whenever I did the review, 23rd. So I didn't go in depth. And if you notice, I went in depth, but I didn't. And when you see a YouTuber or somebody like myself or a toy reviewer, they show it to you in packaging and they say, okay, they open it, they get it out. We don't have a lot of time to play with it. We just kind of go with it. And that's where I made my mistake. And I want to apologize for that. And I'll own up to that. Because I don't kiss anyone's rear, and I'll tell you how it is. And even in that video, I said there was a few things, but I was so excited, I still gave it a high grade, in my opinion. And I shouldn't have done that. Now, I'm a hawk. And if you know me, which many of you who have subscribed to my channel do, you know that I don't miss much. And that I catch a lot of stuff. I found many different variations over the years for different toy lines. Motu, different things. Thundercats, the vintage line. I'm a hawk on stuff, okay? OCD, you can call it I don't care what you call it. It's whatever. But I missed something right here in front of me. This tank right here. This gas tank is upside down. And I missed that. And you go, how the hell did you do that, Billy? I was so excited. I missed it. This is upside down. Now, I tried to take this apart earlier and take the screws out, and I was going to fix it, but you can't. So that was a waste of time. My smoke stacks here. You look over here, you see this one's already starting to lean. They fall over after a while. I had to take the effects out which are these right here, because the weight was definitely making them fall over. They fall over on their own. This door won't close. Now watch this. When I picked this up, and I noticed this yesterday when I came back out here, I was like, or was it not yesterday? I keep saying yesterday. 2 days ago. So I took a break from the review because I told everyone that I gotten some news about a YouTuber who passed, and I was upset about it, or whatever. I was paying my respects for a moment, texting some people. When I came back out to mess with this, when I picked it up, you see that? All right, this right here, this is barely sitting in here right here. Okay, it sounds like it's in there good, but it's not supposed to flip-flop around. The winch, it does go in. I have it in there now. At this point, you have to pull up on this, which is kind of a pain in the rear, like a crown on a watch. But also, there's no seat in here. I thought there was supposed to be a seat in this. Now, I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I started really digging and looking. But I noticed when I first opened it, again, there's the door. You see the door's open. It just won't do right. This is $200, folks. $200. Now, I did have someone comment in my video and say, hey, and again, it does mean something. They say, hey, well, the lights and like the horns and everything up here, these are only for the SDCC piece, which is what this is supposed to be. But hell, they should all it is a little couple of orange lights and a little black paint on the horn. They should all be like that, in my opinion. Now, you notice I have stickers now if you watched the first video. I said I wasn't going to put these on because I suck. These stickers suck. And this right here, now you say, well, you just didn't do a good job. No, the door wouldn't close when I was putting it on. The door kept moving, so when I tried to place it, it got jacked. If you look right here, you'll notice that the stickers on the hood, this one comes up higher than this one. They are both all the way down in place, right where they're supposed to be. Okay, they're not cut right. You can see it right here. I mean, they're just not right. And you say, okay, but that's just some stickers, Billy. This one right here is not cut right. I had to trim this. I had to cut this with a knife, a razor knife. Now I got a brand new razor knife out in order to get this because it went too far around. They don't match up. It's just not, I don't know, it's not right, man. I'll turn this around. I'll go ahead and pull this up if I can. Now this right here, this doesn't have a spot to place. You just put it on here. I think I did a pretty damn good job of putting the M.A.S.K logo. It's pretty straight. Let's get the truck straight. There we go. It's the best I could do. But there's several flaws. The figures, they don't fit really well. You see the smokestacks are both leaning forward. They fall over easily. It looks like, okay, when you go there, they're fine as long as you don't move it. And that's true. If you don't touch it at all, this one right here, like earlier, it fell forward a little bit when I didn't touch it. I came back later. Maybe it was just because of the temperature change or I don't know what. But this one here is a little stronger. But that side of it is, like, this is really strong compared to this one. This one here is very loose. This one's very tight. It's very loose. That shouldn't be an issue on a $200 figure or vehicle. Also, the paint. It was described as being a, metallic paint. There's no metallic in this at all. I mean, do you see any metallic? I don't see any metallic. I just see this shit. And the tank's being upside down. This shit. See, now you didn't hear that pop out loud. It just popped out. But the tanks are upside down. If you try to take them out, they don't fit right. You can't turn them over. You can't fix it. They should be, the other way around. You get the idea. I don't know, man. Now, the RAM works fantastic. It's still great to have. So I don't want to act like, oh, well, it's don't buy it at all. It's still great. It's just not $200 great. And then the door again. You see the door just doesn't, it won't stay. Just fucking stay. Just stay. I don't know. It won't do that. It should lock into place for that kind of money. And then the stacks, they should stay. They shouldn't come out and they shouldn't move. Now this door here does a little better, but you see how it's got a little click to it right there? But this will come out. Like it still moves very easily right here. From here to here. Right here, it's tight. There it's tight, and then right here it has play in it. I don't know. It's just, and again, like I said, there's no seat here. And a little rover here in the back. And I don't know if that's something that you care about. Maybe you don't. But I want to make sure, look, smokestack again falls forward. I'm just moving it, and this, popped out again. I should have done a little more in-depth, like, I should have waited, but I haven't had to do this. And I had a few comments. I started looking online. I started saying, damn, there's a lot of problems. And when I saw the gas tanks upside down, and I had just looked at the real truck, I was like, oh, the Kenworth, whatever it was, the 900, whatever the heck it was. And I saw a picture of it. And I was all excited. I even said in the comments, like, let me know what type of truck it is or whatever. Just shit for $200. Now, again, I understand companies, they want to do well. Okay, they're not trying to do no BS on us, okay, in my opinion. They're trying to do a good job. But you can't put this out. And that's why And I believe, in my personal opinion, the 40th anniversary, the gold and black, all of them have been postponed until the end of February. That's supposed to be August, if you all remember, and then went to December, and now the black and gold, straight from Loyal Subjects, has been postponed until the end of February. Why is that? I'm pretty sure it's because of this right here, and just the doors, they're loose. And then, of course, this back here, like if you picked a truck up, truck shouldn't do that. And then there's no seat. So I believe that's probably why. Do I know for sure? No. But just keep in mind that my review, I gave it an 85, 87. I said it would be a 90 if it didn't cost so much. But I'm going to have to drop it down like a 50. I don't know, because right now I'm just aggravated that I gave a review and I told folks how great it was because I was so happy. And I'm still happy, but like this right here is having some problems. It doesn't stay shut all the way. And again, remember now, if this was 40, 50 bucks, it'd still be a problem, but it's $200. So I can't get the parcel line up. The colors here don't match. I don't know if you picked it up on camera or not. This is a much lighter color than this. The camera doesn't do too well with that. But sometimes when you pull back, now it's not doing it now, but I've had the front. I made a comment in the video, and I said when I first pulled it out that I did this. And that wasn't correct. What it was, when I first pulled it out of the box, when I grabbed this and I slid this out, this somehow hit this button and made that open. It's not doing it now, thank goodness. Not that it matters. Not to be too dramatic. But I am going to give an update. It is upsetting. Again, you see the smokestack. It just moves so freely. It just sucks, man. And these stickers, Loyal Subjects, man, you guys, Hasbro, they have to come on the truck already, in my opinion. And they're cheap stickers too, man. They're like a paper. I assume they'd be easier to apply. When I saw them, I was like, oh, okay, they'll be pretty easy to apply. And they're just, you go to peel them and put them on, and they're just so thin, like so old. It's like almost like they're using vintage stuff. But again, the hood sticker, it's ruined, man. In my opinion, it just doesn't look good. That smokestack again, you can see it's already leaning forward over here. Got to put it back. It's just going to keep moving. If you try to put the effect in it, it will fall over on its own. Like, I know it's not doing it right this minute, but later if you leave it, you'll come out, it'll be like that. It's kind of a bummer. People are doing stuff to try to fix their trucks. This door, as I said in the first review, will not stay closed. Is it nitpicking? Sure. Now, I did read something today that people's helmets were falling off. I can tell you right now, my Bruce Sato, I can't even get like this mask here. Eventually, if you pull this off enough, you're going to probably end up tearing up I don't want to do it, but you can see the face paint is probably going to end up getting torn off. This thing doesn't want to come off. The tracker, his mask fit perfect, even though his face paint is just kind of bland. Well, never mind. It already wore off the paint on the nose. Look, if you can see it. It already wore off the paint. But it does fit. But it's rubbing the face. So what do you do about that? That might even be red paint. It is red paint. That's what that is. So it's not rubbing off the paint off of his head. It's just leaving the red paint from the mask on his face. And because of his white color or light color versus Sato, his skin texture is a little different. Or his skin color, I should say. So anyway, whatever. I just wanted to update you and say, hey, don't buy this based on my previous review. It's only been one full day since the review's been out. I think it's got almost 1,000 views, maybe 780, 500, 900, whatever, not 500, 750 or 800, somewhere around that range. I wanted to get ahead of it before it gets too far and just say, hey, there's an update. I jumped the gun. Now, it's still a great truck. If you're okay with all of this and you don't mind that and you want to, just put it somewhere, or you want to put some like glue or something to hold that, you don't care, that's fine. But I care, and I know the company cares. So they need to fix it. And they're not going to fix this, obviously, in my opinion. I think this is done, is what it is. I think going forward, though, Wave 2 is going to definitely need some quality checks. You've got QAs, man. It's supposed to be at least 1 or 2 at the factory. Even people who work at the factory checking stuff. Not just saying, fuck it, ship it. Excuse my language. But someone needs to be checking stuff. And to send this product out, they should have stopped this. I shouldn't even been allowed to purchase this when it hit. It shouldn't even went in stock. They should have bought all this back, and they should have fixed the stuff that they had, however they had to do it, tighten stuff up. I don't know, but to allow me to even purchase this was not right. Again, my excitement, the overwhelming excitement, I was really juiced up, just so excited. M.A.S.K is back. Christmas miracle. When in reality, it's a cheap toy. And I should have bought the $200 Rhino a year and a half ago with just a little bit of the vac metal missing off the ram there. The rest was great. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. And are you still going to buy it? Whatever. Stay up there, Dan. Let me know. All right, I appreciate you all. And the gas tanks. Remember, you got to put gas in it. You need it flipped around. You know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Let me just show you real quick. Check this out. Put that back there. So, just so you can see the gas tanks. See the line there and the small little piece. And then back here you see where it's got the long line on the top. It's supposed to be on the bottom. See, the artwork is correct, right? But then on the actual truck, it's wrong. And then even in the back, the larger picture here, they have it wrong. They've got the tank upside down. So they didn't, whoever photographed it, obviously, the photographer doesn't usually know him. He's just taking pictures, whatever you send him. They didn't update the packaging with the vac metal. They left the satin finish, which, is whatever. It's just a shame, though, man, because it really is. It's just an awesome piece. It's a shame they couldn't get it right the first time. And again, it's not a $40. We as a collectors, we complain about $65 figures and $55 figures and $25 figures, $20 figures. And if anybody wants me to be quiet over $200, where you can see here the door is already open again. It won't. If you turn it at all, and then the smokestack. Here, I'll do it gentle. It just falls forward. So it is what it is. Let me know what you think. Again, my apologies for being so excited. Little subjects, you got to tighten up, man. This is not good. It's not good for me. I don't like it. And yeah, you let me down. The excitement a couple days ago is gone. It's gone. But do stay tuned. This amazing Yamaguchi Armor Titan. We're going to check that out. All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Later.